Okay, there we go. Right, okay, once again, live for another round of Lokal Småskaligt assortment from Systembolaget. So, yeah, again, I'm at the point where my brain is just absolutely dead. So I wanted to do a little bit of a live stream and chill. Why not tonight? So yeah, a few things going on this week. I had to do my economics paper, which was about Indian economics. That was quite interesting. I had to do a quiz on that as well. I have to do like a take-home exam for my Middle East history, from a Middle East history course as well. And yeah, I need to start that tomorrow. So yeah, lots of things to do, and then obviously still working on studying Swedish. I've got about 2 or 3 weeks left of my Swedish course. It's strange how fast that's gone. Actually, I've gone all the way through the Swedish course, and I also found out that I am now a Swedish permanent resident. So yeah, happy about that. Brexit avoided. So yeah, some nice things happening at the moment. Things are starting to finally piece together a little bit. So yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, other than that, I am just, like I say, dead tired, need a good sleep. But I wanted to come on, like I said, and just do a wee bit of just do a little bit of a kind of unboxing and things again, as we always do. I've got my Pepsi Max, as always, Champions League edition, Messi, fabulous on the side. So yeah, it's good. Yeah, I will get started in a second, guys. Sorry, my head is just absolutely knackered. I don't know what it is. These last 2 or 3 weeks, I've just been absolutely fried. My brain has just been knackered. But yeah, so it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, I've got a few comments coming in already. We've got Thomas watching. Nice to see you, Thomas. And Joachim is saying gratis. No, thank you. Yeah, very nice to finally have the Swedish permanent residency sorted out. That's a good, a nice weight off the mind, because it means, yeah, none of these issues with Brexit and things like that. And now I just need to kind of sit tight and wait for them to deal with my citizenship application as well. So yeah, hopefully that should come in sometime before Christmas. And yeah, after that, then I can see about going to work over the border in Copenhagen, probably. That's the plan. So yeah, hopefully that all works out, because I think at the moment, yeah, I can work in Sweden, but you make more money in Copenhagen and then can live on the Swedish side. That's how it goes. But anyway, let's jump onto the beer. We're going to go through the beers as we always do. And then I guess some of the guys, some of the other beer tubers will join in a little bit later on. So I'll just put the link in the chat and then fire it off a little bit later. So yeah, okay. So this month we ended up with 17 beers. So a little bit of a smaller one this time. There was 1 or 2 beers that were withdrawn that I actually wanted, but I actually found that this month it wasn't quite as interesting. A list of things this month. I mean, normally I end up with about 30 beers. So this one was a little bit less, but in fairness as well, I knew it was the summer holidays and things coming up, so I did make an effort to do a slightly shorter list. So yeah, this one, I think it came to roughly about 750 kroners this time. So that translates to just a bit short of £70, something like that. Yeah, €75, maybe about $80 American. So, yeah, they recognise me in Systembolaget now. The guy's always like, "Oh, hello, James." It's always cool. So, yeah, now we have all of these beers. So where do we start? All right. Oh, we've got Adam's commenting. Nice to have you along, Adam. Let me do that. Good evening. Absolutely. So just finished a mango and green tea pale ale from Black Lodge. It was okay. Not a massive fan of not a massive fan of the green tea. Yeah, I'm not a great fan of tea and beers either. So yeah, I've never green tea. I always liked cold Japanese green tea, but in beer, nah, don't think that would work. So evening, James. Came for the beer, staying for the bum. Absolutely, absolutely. That's what it's all about. So do you like? You might like Craig. You might like my tag that I left there deliberately. So instead of Rampant Lion Reviews, it's Rampant Bumming Reviews now. So yeah, stuck that on for Harry's stream the other day and just thought, well, why not? Let's just leave it. I'm honestly addicted to this Pepsi Max. Need to sort that out. But yeah, beer time. Beer time. So first, we go to Gothenburg and we have the latest installment from OO Brewing and their 50/50 series. So this one is the Mosaic Azaka. As always, 6.5% New England IPA. I'm finding with these beers that I'm actually having to check these now that I've not reviewed them because they re-released the 100 Citra, which I have had. And then I think next month in June, they're re-releasing the 100 Idaho 7, which I'm sure I had a few months back as well. So yeah, they're re-releasing some of these. So I'm going to have to keep a closer eye on these and make sure that I don't buy the same one because I ended up with the Citra Mosaic again last month, and obviously I didn't review that because I'd had it already. But yeah, that was that. But yeah, this one I think should be interesting. This will be a nice big orangey IPA. So yeah, always enjoy these ones. I noticed that there's another Ecor coming out next month, but I don't know if I'll be able to get a hold of that before I go off on holiday. We need to see. But yeah, let's go to the next one then. So sticking in Gothenburg this time. Sticking in Gothenburg. So yeah, this one, Square Peg, Round Hole. This one's a white IPA, which you don't see all that often. So yeah, I think this is basically just a wheat forward. White IPAs were always just wheat forward IPAs, really. So yeah, this one should be quite interesting. I've still got a black IPA from about 2 months ago in the fridge, so I need to get that filmed within the next couple of days and get that out of the way. But yeah, always nice to get something new from Beer Bibliothèque. We've got Dominic stopping in as well. So yeah, nice to have you along, Dominic. Dominic's been watching the videos quite religiously over the last little while. Yeah, okay. For the Nesta. This one actually. Oh yeah, this one wasn't actually part of the. This one actually wasn't part of the Lokal Småskaligt. This was one that I just had in my basket that I wanted to get. So Mohawk Brewing. These guys brewing beers in quite a few different places. They're brewing in Gothenburg mainly these days, but yeah, this one, the Mohawk Bourbon Barrel Aged Obsidian. Obsidian is one of their big winter stouts that they do, and yeah, I think it should be quite an interesting one. So yeah, bourbon barrel aged is always nice on these kind of beers, and this can is absolutely rock solid. So I think I might need to review this one kind of soon, actually. But yeah, I'm not sure when this was canned. Does it have a canned on date? But yeah, 10.5% beast, this one. So I think this one could end up being quite interesting. That can is about to bang. So this is one that I'm very curious about as well. So this is Stigbergets, and it's just called Ull. This is just a lager. 4.5% lager beer. This one only cost like 15 crowns or something like this. So yeah, I was just really curious to see what this is going to be, like a loose lager. I had their Pilsner a wee while back, and this just kind of caught my eye because, as we know, I like a lager beer. So I see we've got a few more comments coming in. Adam saying Idaho 7 is quickly becoming my favourite hop. We've now got a West Coast Pale Ale from Rivington Brew Company, and it's clear. Clear beer. That's a big change for everybody. That's a big change. We've got cheers, everyone. Joe, nice to have you along. If you want to join the stream, I was going to do a little bit of a hangout after I've done the unboxing. If you want to join, then drop me a message through Facebook and I'll send you the link. So absolutely. Cheers, other Craig. Davor's watching as well. Nice to have you along, Davor. And Davor, if you're keen to join, let me know as well, and we'll chill a little bit afterwards. And Craig is saying evening as well. There we go. Right, okay, let's fire on then. So, this is a brewery. We're going to go back, we're going to stick to the kind of Gothenburg area. I think pretty much all the beers we've had so far have come from Gothenburg. But we're going to go to a brewery that I think is worth keeping an eye on. These guys are from Kungsbacka, which is to the south. And this is just called 434 Kungsbacka. I don't know if this is the postcode. Maybe. That's probably as seems logical, actually. Yeah, it would be the postcode maybe. But yeah, this is 434 Kungsbacka, and this is just their lager beer. So yeah, I'll be curious to see exactly what kind of lager this is, if it's going to be a Pilsner or a Helles or exactly what it is. But these guys do some awesome. I've had the last beer, I think I had an oat stout, I've had a black IPA, I've had a West Coast IPA, and I think I've had a New England from them as well. And I had a rye IPA. This will be my 6th or so beer from these guys. So the first lager, actually. So looking forward to that. Absolutely. Yeah. I still can't believe how rock solid that obsidian can is. Yeah. Okay, so we've got a collaboration beer this time, and I'm trying to... I know it is actually brewed on the Swedish side. So yeah, this one is half Swedish, half German, and this one is a collaboration with Frau Gruber, who are from Bavaria, Bayern, in Germany, and it's with Duck Pond. So it's called Fruit Slayer, a Berliner Weiss with blackcurrant, raspberry, and passion fruit. So I think that could be very interesting. I always enjoy these big Duck Pond fruity sour beers. These guys really know what they're doing in this category. So this was one that I just thought when Frau Gruber are involved as well. I've not had something from them in a fair wee while, actually. I thought, that's something that I do want to get a hold of. So yeah, all right. So Skåne this time. We're coming south. So one of my local breweries again. These guys are from Eslöv, just a little bit to the northeast of me here in Lund. This is their Pilsner Lux. So yeah, I actually just published another Remelöv brewery beer a little bit earlier on today. Their collaboration Maibach with Riegele beer manufacturer from Augsburg in Bavaria. So yeah, this one's just 5% premium lager. I just thought this would be quite an interesting one to try. I've got quite a few lager beers actually this month. So that is always a good thing. Always nice. So, yeah. Okay. So this time we are going to head up to Strömstad, which is a lovely little fishing village, apparently, very close to the Norwegian border. Fermentararna, another sour beer, this one. This is dressed for tropical summer. I had a sour beer a wee while back called Dressed for Swedish Summer, and I thought that was really good. And I just kind of thought, well, this one could be quite interesting. I don't know what fruits are going to be in this one exactly, but it looks like a little bit of... it looks like, guava, that'd be guava, and lemons, and pineapple. So this could be a very interesting sour beer, actually. Hopefully it's nice. But yeah, Fermentararna, these guys are very good when it comes to the sour beers as well. So this is a Gose, this one, rather than a Berliner Weisse. But yeah, certainly looking forward to that as well. So separate these out, actually. So we've got lager beers over here, the IPAs, the darkies, shouldn't say that, actually. That's probably not a good idea. And then the lagers. So, yeah. Oh, this is a half-liter can. That's why. Feels big in my hands. Feels big in my hands. So yeah, this is a three-way collaboration. This one, and I'm not sure which brewery is actually responsible for. I know. Okay, it tells you. So this is brewed at OO Brewing, actually. So yeah, this one is called Business as Usual. It's an IPA, and it's a collaboration between All In Brewing, OO, and Stigberget. So you've got three of the big Gothenburg breweries in this, and it's brewed at OO. So yeah, 7%er, and I have to say I'll be very curious to see what this one has in store for us. So yeah, I wonder, this must be brewed for it must be brewed for some kind of cause or something like that. So I'm sure when we research this beer, when we research I don't even really need to research for these breweries. I've got notes for them already. But yeah, we'll have a wee read and see if we can find the hop profile and stuff. But yeah, it's this one. So Adam is saying, get Arbor's Lager. Got Arbor's Lager. We'll probably have it the weekend. Yeah, I'd be keen. I want to get another 1 or 2 beers from Arbor the next time I'm back in the motherland. Feels big in your hands, and it's a three-way. Absolutely. That's what it's all about, Adam. Absolutely. You need to join this stream afterwards as well. It's been a wee while since you've been on my channel, actually, Adam, come to think of it. But yeah, 7%er. I'm guessing from the things that will be, it says Hornmarta Vetemad, a New England of some description. Next one we have, okay. So one of Sweden's best known IPA breweries again. This one is the Orcus IPA from Apex Brewing Company. So yeah, 6.5% this time, just a regular IPA. But yeah, I had the Carfex. Oh, signal's gone down. Internet is being annoying today. Guys, let me know in the comment section how the in the comment section how the picture and things is, because there we go, it seems to have stabilized a little bit now. But yeah, maybe you missed this one. Yeah, Orcus IPA, 6.5%, Apex Brewing Company. As I've told you before, these guys are doing some absolutely solid IPAs. I saw that recently they've released a Keller Lager beer as well. That comes out in the June. Oh, it's doing it again. Why is the internet signal being so shitty? There we go. Hopefully that's it picking up. Yeah. Sorry about if this stream's going a little bit up and down, guys. I do apologise. The signal and the internet's being annoying. But yeah, these guys are releasing a Keller Pils next month. So I'm really hoping that I can get a hold of that. I might order. I'm away on holiday in June and July. So I'll make a wee video announcement about that later on and let you guys know what's going on. So hopefully the whole COVID situation doesn't affect that too much. But yeah, we'll see what we can do. But yeah, I'll probably order a couple of beers from the June assortment. But we'll just need to see. All right. So next one then. Back to Strömstad once again. So this one is called I Ain't No Crazy Horse. So that's not such a good beer for me because I'm just off my head. But so this is New England's double IPA. This one, 8% ABV. Again, this is a style that these guys are doing some really, really good beers within this this style category. But yeah, this one should be pretty cool. I just got this because I like the name, to be honest with you. I wasn't sure. I wanted to get one beer. I always try to get one beer from Fermentarana. And I like it's always nice to get a sour and a New England IPA. But I was leaning towards the sour this month, but then I liked the name of the IPA. So the IPA was bought as well. So what can you do? What can you do? Couple more beers to go. So the next one Yeah, this time Stockholm. Forgot I had this one. So we're going to Stockholm this time. And this is a slightly newer version of a beer that we've had before. So Stockholm Brewing Company, the Italo Pils Extra. So the original Italo Pils was, of course, brewed, as a tribute beer to the Tipo Pils from Birrificio Italiano down in Italy. So yeah, beautiful beer that, incidentally, if you get the chance to try it. I highly recommend that you do. If you're watching from Sweden, I think you'll still find that in a good few of the tillfälligt temporary releases in Systembolaget. So yeah, this one should be nice. 5.9% this time. This is Italian Pilsner with European dry hopping. Still perfect with pizza and pasta. So yeah, a new improved recipe, I guess, of the original. So yeah, that'll be interesting to try. What have we got next? What do we have now? Oh yeah, this is one I'm certainly looking forward to. So yeah, this time we're sticking fairly close to home, and we are going to have a look at Hylia Brewery. So this particular beer is called Obstructed Visibility, 7% ABV, New England Hazy. This one, I think, is this my this could actually be my first New England from Hylia. Come to think of it, I've had quite a few different styles from these guys recently, but I think this could well be my first New England from this brewery. So that's going to be interesting. I need to get this one done quite soon. I have to admit, this was one of the ones that I was very, very curious about this month. So yeah, this one could make for a very interesting review, I would say. And these guys have just opened up a tap room at their new brewery. I don't know if the brewery's finished yet, right enough, but yeah, they've opened up a new tap room at Stormgatan, quite close to the train station. So I need to go and check that out. I also need to contact these guys and see about a Meet the Brewery segment with these guys, because that's been on the cards for a little while. Yeah. So, yeah. Back to Gothenburg for this one. Duck Pond Brewing. So this one is the Ugly. So yeah, this is the last of a three-parter called The Good, The Bad, and The Ugly. I managed to get the bad, but I missed out on the good. I'm pretty sure that was sold out when I did my order for March. But yeah, another 8% New England double IPA. No in Duck Pond. This will be a bit of a beast. I really enjoyed the last one, so I'm curious to see what this will have in store for us. This one, I like how it's got artwork designed by Jonas Linden. This one, it's pretty straightforward, that. Just the bad. Very straightforward artwork, I have to say. Yeah, so we are down to our last three beers. So we're going to Blekinge for this one, and I'm quite curious about this, I have to say. So this one, they're calling this an old school West Coast IPA. So this one comes from Brewhouse 19, who are from Karlskrona, and they do some very, very interesting stuff, actually. So yeah, this one, what percentage is it? 6.6%. So yeah, hopefully this is a nice, highly bittered. If it's called old school, I would expect this one to be a nice, big, bitter West Coast IPA. But I've had some good IPAs from these guys over the last little while. So, yeah, second last beer. So send the link out to the guys. But yeah, this is the last Swedish one, actually, in this local release. So this time we are going to go to the Stockholm area once again, and it's another beer from Fjällhamarnas. So this particular beer is called the Gloria. It's a New England IPA, 7.5% ABV. And yeah, we've had some really, really nice beers from these guys. I enjoyed the West Coast IPA from them that I had last month, which was called Sunny Susan. So I'm wondering if they're just going to do a bunch of beers named after women over the next little while. It seems like that is. It seems like that could be it. But yeah, hopefully this is another nice one. I was impressed. I was actually very impressed with the other New England IPA that I had from these guys, and I think so far it is only one New England IPA that I've had from these guys. So hopefully this one could be quite interesting. What was this? Was it 7.5% or was it 6.5%? Where is it? 7.5%. Yeah, so it's a bit stronger on this actually. But yeah, now we are on to our last of these beers, and this is probably the one that I was most excited about. I saw when I looked in the box and I knew which one this was going to be, so I wanted to do this last. So one of my favorite beers ever from this brewery, you'll know what it was, but we're going to Denmark, and this is the Amager Bryghus Batch 2000. So yeah, one of my favorite beers that I ever had from this brewery was the Batch 1000, and I still think that that's one of the best West Coast IPAs that I've ever come across in Europe. It's one of the best European brewed West Coast IPAs. But yeah, I think this could be this one could be turn out to be really interesting. It's got a very nice hop profile to it. Summit, Columbus, Amarillo, Mosaic, Simcoe, Idaho 7, and Cascade. I think it's got a little bit, having that wee bit of Cascade in there, and the Columbus is going to give it a nice old school bitterness. It's Pilsner malt, Munich malt, and Melanoidin. So yeah, I think this will be pretty special. But yeah, 7% West Coast IPA, this one. I think this is going to be awesome. So yeah, I was really happy with this. I was really happy when I saw that there was another batch of it had been brewed for Systembolaget over here in Sweden. So awesome. Well done to Amager for this, and congratulations to them on the Batch 2000. So guys, that is it for the unboxing side of things then. So I'm just going to see if anyone is keen to join. Otherwise, we might just end the stream there, because it's a bit boring, obviously, doing some of these things, doing the hangs yourself, actually. So we'll see. We've got a few comments to run through in the meantime, and I'm just going to reposition just so I'm a little bit more comfortable. But yeah, what we've ended up with this month, actually, let me just bring up so I can see what I'm doing. We've ended up with 2 sour beers, 4 lagers, an imperial stout, and 10 IPAs. So yeah, IPA heavy as always this month. But yeah, we've only got 17 beers this time, so it's a bit more manageable than before. At the moment, I'm just working through my beer fridge that I have, and I have made quite a bit of progress with that, actually. But obviously, it's going to get a little bit of a top up just now. But yeah, I always feel a little bit stressed when when it comes to having a look at that. When it comes to having a look at the beer fridge. But yeah, that's just kind of how it goes. So let's check through these comments then. Yeah, we'll see if I can halfway through cooking gammon and mash. But yeah, quality is fine, but your audio was out of sync. Yeah, I don't know what's been going on with the the internet over the last day or two. But it's been really up and down, actually. So I need to sort that out. Boris has claimed victory over COVID on the 21st of June. We'll need to see how that goes. I think in Sweden they've got all the vaccine rollouts and things happening now, but I think at the same time it's probably a bit pointless in Sweden at this point. I think what's been happening is that it's gone into schools basically, and it's the kids, because kids with all the goodwill in the world, they're not going to wash their hands all the time. So I think it goes to the kids, it goes home, and then it spreads. I think most people that are going to get COVID-19 in Sweden have had it by now. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, oh, Hugh's going to join us, right? We'll hang out till Hugh comes, see how big Hugh's getting on. But yeah, we need to just see how that works out in Sweden. But hopefully, the issue that I'm having is in terms of travel bans and things. So hopefully the travel ban that applies to my trip is lifted and I can make it out there, because my friend is getting married, of course, and that's the big reason for going out there, and of course to have a wee trip around and stuff. So fingers crossed we can make that work. But yeah, Saverio, good kväll, god kväll. Flera day du behöver en större lägenhet, or you should invite more people to share all the beers. Nah, I think I just ended up with an absolute bunch of stuff because I had the Riku box. I had a lot of stuff. I had quite a lot of stuff left from Estonia. Yeah, I had a lot of stuff from Estonia left. I had what else came in? I ended up with a bunch of Brazilian stuff. Then that was kind of self-inflicted because I saw Brazilian beer and I thought, oh, that's rare as fuck. So I went and bought that. And it's yeah, we can. Oh, I just noticed. Just noticed something there. Let me just fix this. I'll fire the link. So Joe, I just saw your comment there. So I've sent you a link on Facebook Messenger. If you click on that on a laptop, it should allow you to join if you want to join. So yeah, I've just sent you that. But yeah, back to Saverio. Yeah, yeah, no, I just ended up with a bunch of stuff basically. I came back from Estonia with in fact, did I go to the Netherlands first? No, so I came back from Estonia with a bunch of beer that I bought myself. Then I went to the Netherlands to visit Thomas, and I ended up with a bunch of stuff as well that they gave me, and I swapped them a lot of things as well. And yeah, then I bought a load of Brazilian stuff. Then the next Riku box came in, and then we had the Hans box from Austria. And I need to talk to Hans a bit actually, because I've not done too many of the Austrian beers, and I need a bit of help actually finding information on the breweries and things so that we can do the notes. But there's some really nice lager beers in there, so I really want to get those done. Those done quite soon, actually. Mm. Yeah, too addicted to this stuff as well. But yeah, Saverio, you and I can sort maybe later in the year. You and I can fix an Italian box, and I also want to do an order from Abrevarium as well and get a few Polish beers on the channel, and then we'll see where we are after that. I need to finalize things for the next couple of months and decide. I've got 2 things that I need to do, and I just need to decide what order that those are done in. And again, I'll talk about this in a sort of channel message video. So yeah. But yeah, no, it's good. It's all good. All systems go at the moment there. And Joe is saying he's gonna grab his laptop. So guys, yeah, there's a few folk watching. I say we've got 7. So let me know, what's your favorite beer that you guys have had this week? What's your beer of the week, or your beer of the last few weeks, or whatever? Curious to hear this. What beers you've had? I'm trying to think. I've been reviewing too much stuff, as I say, just trying to work through all of the beers that I had this morning. We had a Dutch review, which was an extremely light coffee stout, and that was really, really interesting beer. And then we had another a Finnish one, the other day, which was really good. Yeah, I need to do a few more of my Hoppala beers that they sent me too. I've filmed 3 of those. And yeah, so Carrie's is saying New Barns. Which one did you have? But yeah, New Barns are doing some really interesting stuff. I'm looking forward to getting a few more of their beers the next time I'm home in the motherland. Those will be fun to try for sure. Let's have a little look on their web shop actually and see what they've got. New Barns Brewery, Edinburgh. Yeah, I had a really good. I had a really nice paleo. These guys, I'm seeing that they're releasing their beers in kegs at the moment. So yeah, they've got El Dorado Paleo. That would be really nice to try. They've still got the stout beer, the Pilsner, the Pale Citra, the Mosaic Table beer, the Oat Lager. That's definitely worth trying. The Extra is one that's the Extra is one that I really want to try. And then they've got some of a collaboration that they've done as well. They've done a Keller beer with Thornbridge actually. And what's this one? Nice one. What is this? I can't really see the picture on that, but yeah, New Barns have got some absolutely awesome beers. And yeah, so plain stout beer. Yeah, plain stout beer, the big imperial stout. That's a properly nice. That's a properly nice old school one. That no nonsense. I agree with you there. And we have. There he is. What's up? How's it going?
Not so bad, you.
I'm doing all right. Brain's a little bit dead, but still, it's been a wee while since we've done a stream. So yeah, got my local beers and.
Good lad.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. How's Yorkshire?
Oh, it's all right. Still here. I've just come off nights, so I'm knackered. Cream, but I've got weekends, so.
I've been enjoying your messages in the group chat. Just the four.
I like me. What's the word? Oh, am I echoing again?
No, you're all right. Actually,
I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. It's only got bad recently. Now I'm going to the pub tomorrow though, so I'm.
yeah.
There's light at the end of the tunnel.
Oh yeah.
Now it's just same old, really. Congrats on your citizenship, anyway.
Oh no, it's not citizenship. It's permanent residency just now.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, but the permanent in Sweden, the permanent residency makes you eligible for citizenship. So basically now, citizenship should just be a formality.
Brilliant. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of unusual. Like Sweden's a bit strange in a sense because there's no like language requirement or anything. No. You don't have to. Yeah. It's really weird. You would think that you would have to, pass your high school Swedish or something.
Yeah.
But apparently not. But after assuming that I pass the exam, fingers crossed, that I will have my high school Swedish basically, and it means I can study courses at the university in Swedish. So that seems to be the thing you need to get like professional certificates. Like I can change my teacher license to a Swedish license and things. Yeah.
Okay. Because forgive my ignorance, I've never been, but most people are bilingual with English.
Yeah, English is like really widely spoken as a second language. Yeah, they get taught that in schools from when they're about 5 or something. They teach them English from when they're very very young, actually. So yeah, the Swedes are kind of amongst the best non-native English speakers, I would say.
Sort of like Holland, really.
Yeah. I think the Nordics, the Netherlands. yeah, the Nordics and Netherlands are probably amongst the best. The best non-native English speakers. The Estonians are very good as well, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, Estonians are very good English speakers in my experience. The Greek, actually, Greece is an interesting one because the folk that are good at English are like they speak it almost like perfectly, but there's not that many of Greek. There's not that many Greeks actually speak it, but when they do, they speak it extremely well.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I've never not had much experience, to be fair, but yeah, nah.
Yeah.
They do.
Oh, they'll do Crispies with class as well as the low pails. Have you had some of these new barn stuff?
Never. No, it's one of I keep meaning to. There's New Barn, Donzoco, Utopian. There's quite a few lager breweries I keep meaning to try, but just it's not happened. Manchester Union, I think they do one as well. There's quite a few new, well, in inverted commas, new lager breweries that I just haven't got around to trying.
Yeah, Utopian's on my list as well. I need to maybe do an order from them when I go home. I don't like ordering from the breweries. I prefer to do it from a shop because then you can.
Well, yeah, then you're benefiting two people, aren't you? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's another advantage. Yeah, but it's like you get a choice of different things.
Well, yeah, you can merge things together. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the for me because of just the way I do things as well. It's like it's nice to kind of be able to rotate between breweries and do things that way. So
No, that's fair enough. Yeah, I do a bit of a mix really. Just depends. A lot of people are still only doing cases of 12 each, and then you're limited as to what you want to buy because you've got, a case of 12, and it's like, do I really want a case of 12 of the same beer?
Yeah, no, that's it. I mean, it's for me. I'm not really a drinker, if you like. I like just tasting stuff. So a lot of the beers that I drink, it's very rare that I'll drink them again because I'm just like, oh, I've had that one. So there's a few exceptions, obviously, like Julia Brewery. They've got the Skånsk Lager is just. So if I see that on, if I go to the brewery tap room, of course, I'm going to have one of those on tap. But I don't drink beer in pubs very much anymore. If I go out to the pub, I'm quite happy with a pint of cola or something. No.
Well, you see, that's no. I love the pubs. I'm fed up of drinking at home, to be truthful. It's horses for courses, isn't it? I mean, as well, being a big cask man as well. Yes, I've got my handful at home, but it's not quite the same.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'm always a bit more pub led, really. I mean, before COVID, I didn't keep beer in the house. I had maybe a dozen bottles at a time, and now obviously the house is overrun with fucking beer. To be honest, it's getting a bit getting a bit funny how much beer's in the house, but. Everyone's had to adapt, haven't they, and change. And
that's it. Well, evening, Steve. Steve watching as well.
Oh, Steve, homebrewing Steve.
Yeah, actually, I'll send him the link. This is the thing, just keeping up to date with sending the link around and stuff like that. Steve, let me fire over to him if he wants to join. So, Steve, if you want to join, then by all means, go for it. There we go. So, yeah. Let's just go through the comments. I get you know what I'm like. I get stressed if I don't do the comments.
Oh, good lad.
Yeah. They do can stuff well. I get my fix through Premiership and shipped to Sweden. Ah, nice. Awesome. Premier Hop. I need to look at that. So let's look Premier Hop. I'll need to look at this. Oh, it's a British one as well, and they're shipping to Sweden. That could be an interesting way to do things, actually. Adam's saying you were a little bit echoey. I don't hear it. Is it still echoey, Adam?
Is it still echoey, Adam? I've muted myself and unmuted, and I can't hear the echo, so I don't know.
It's to me, it's like a little bit of a. It's
Isn't it?
to me, it's a little bit like it's just like a little natural echo. I think it's just your room, but
Tell
it's
you
not
what,
like it's not an electronic echo.
I've got some headphones. I might try them.
Yeah. So don't worry, I'm always happy to help you with beers. And the last good beer was an Augustiner Weissbier. Ah, yeah, the Augustiner Weissbier was released in Systembolaget here as well. It's got a silver label, if I remember rightly, because I looked at that and I thought about getting it, but then I saw I reviewed it like years ago when I was actually in Germany, so I just didn't bother. Yeah. Let's see, Davor saying I was impressed with Amar Talents and Legend series. I never got to try any of those. I was gutted about that. None of those came over to Sweden, and then the border was shut, so I couldn't go to Copenhagen and get them. I was a bit annoyed about that. And Amar don't have a web shop either. They don't have their own web shop, so I can't really get any of those, unfortunately. We've got boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka, boom.
What?
And this guy, I think this one might be one of these these sort of fake accounts. This guy comes on the streams every so often, and I love him. He always has some good comments. So he says, "Hello." And then we've got
Hello.
Oh, I actually think I know who this is.
Yeah.
I think I know. I'm trying to remember some of the other pseudonyms that he's gone under. I think this might be like Relano Craft Rear.
Is
Do you
it a
remember?
fake one? Is it really? Is it Martin? Do you reckon?
No, it's not him. But there's a guy somewhere in England that was doing. He's had quite a few different things. He was Relano. He had a one that was called Relano Craft Rear.
Oh,
And yeah,
real ale. Ah, right. Okay.
real anal craft rear, and he was doing he bumps around. So I think this is it might be who this is, or it might be somebody different. It might be someone from that hooligan chapter group. I don't know, but
No.
but it's let's do it. Let's do our best. Duvel.
Duvel.
Duvel. It's a Belgian beer from a Belgian brewery. Brewery. You know, I always find this thing with Duvel quite funny. I always feel a little bit bad for the Duvel, but the guy, one of the brewers from Duvel, Cedric, he actually follows my channel. He I think it was when I did one of the triple hop beers a few years ago. He follows my channel, and he's messaged me through Instagram and things like this quite a bit. He's a really nice guy, actually. So yeah, no, it's funny. I'll need to explain to him at some point what the deal is with
What the actual
Duvel.
what the joke is? Yeah.
Yeah, because he's probably joined it. He's probably watching these, and it's like, why are they taking the piss out of my brewery? It's like, he's probably watching these streams.
Well, that's it. Without context, it's a bit weird, isn't it? But
yeah, it's just
one of them.
Yeah, it's one of these things. I mean, to be fair, this thing it shouldn't be funny, but it just is.
And it doesn't stop being funny, does it?
It just doesn't stop. It's like foreign. It's foreign. It's Harry. Harry keeps coming out with these ones as well, and you're just like it just. Oh,
I can't hear you.
It can't hear you. Oh, I love it. Yeasty enders, yeah, I love it. Manchester Union just do two beers, the lager and the dark lager.
That's what I thought. Yeah, they're just
sort of Hellas and a Dunkel, basically.
Yeah, I don't think it's hell. I think they're in the Czech style. I think.
There also be a Letsak and a Svetli and a Tmavi, probably
something like that. Yeah,
Cherny,
I think they've got a proper decoction mash and stuff, but that's the only beer they do is lager. And I've heard it's very good. And then some people say it's piss poor, but it's like Don Zoko. You know, some people say Don Zoko's, best lager brewery out there, and then, it's just down to taste, isn't it? Really, but I might have a lager next. Actually, I'm on my cheap best bitter twigs.
Saltier, yeah. I've never had something from them actually. I've never reviewed a saltier beer.
They do a big range. They do they've started doing a lager, like a Hell's lager, but I don't know how successful that is because obviously they're a cask brewery, really. So whether they've been able to transfer to lagers, I don't know. But they do quite a lot of trad stuff, but they've moved into sort of trying to do some IPAs, some like an imperial chocolate stout, and they've got quite a few different things going on, as well as like your bitter, your blonde, your pale ales, and stuff like that. They are branching out, and they're massive. I think they're about 50 barrels, 50 brewers barrels. And the whole the beer hall, when you go into the brewing plant, it just goes on forever. They've just got mash tun after mash tun after mash tun. It's just incredible.
Let's have a look at this Manchester Union.
Yeah, and then Manchester Union, I don't know. I think they're quite new, Manchester Union, but they are literally just lager.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool, actually. Let me just have a wee look at the images on Google. It looks so they're in little. That's one thing, that's going to annoy me because it's a 330 milliliter can. Lager should not be sold in 330 milliliters. Exactly. It should not be sold in 330s.
No.
It should be 440 or it should be a half liter, not 330s.
You chug lager. Yeah. 330s for me are strong beers. I think you're quite right.
Yeah, I think that pisses me. I always complain about that. Every review I've got, if it's a lager beer and it's a 330, I'm like, nah, half liter. Yeah. Joe's just saying, Joe, just put the link straight into Chrome. I don't know what you're doing, but put the link straight into Chrome and it will let you in. Yeah. Because I don't think he's used StreamYard before. So yeah, Joe, straight into Chrome and it will let you in. Yeah, because it's a wee bit weird to get used to this when you're using it for the first time. But yeah, New Barns make them all look like fools, but they're definitely the upper tier. Yeah, New Barns are pretty cool. I've been impressed with them.
I haven't at all.
I don't know what their thing is, Hugh, but I think you can order I think if you order over like £25 or £30, it's free delivery.
Okay.
And to be honest, looking at the web shop, you can buy them by the can, so
okay.
You can get
you could make your own mixed. You can make your own mixed case almost. Then.
Yeah, so they've got an Eldorado Pale Ale, they've got their regular stout, Pale Ale Citra, the Pilsner, the Mosaic Table Beer, the Oat Lager, the Extra Pills, and then they've got the Plain Dark out. The Plain Dark is a bit pricey, but I would recommend you get one of those. It's like £8 for the can.
Okay.
But knowing that you like your traditional kind of stuff, Hugh, you would love that actually.
What was it called? Dark Plain Dark?
It's just called Plain Dark Beer. New Barns Plain Dark Beer.
And is it like an imperial? Oh no, I found it. Yeah, out of stock. Oh well, I'll try next.
So it's just that's just it's like an old school, like I don't know if you could call it an RIS, a Russian Imperial Stout, but it's like an old school all barley malt Imperial Stout, and it's beautifully done. But the guys who own New Barns are like old. The guys who own New Barns are like they used to work. They've got a good pedigree. There was two of them. One of them worked for Siren.
Okay.
And two of them, the couple, they worked for Kernel, and then someone else worked for maybe Beavertown for a little while as well, I think too. So they've got like a really good pedigree. But I think the couple are Scottish. One of the guys is English, and I think there's another guy whose name sounds Swedish or potentially Norwegian or something. So there's a Nordic guy in there as well.
And they're in Scotland?
They're in Edinburgh, yeah. They're in Leith.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're in Leith in Edinburgh, yeah. There's another brewery opening up around there, and I can't remember who it was. It might have been Danny McFadden, come to think of it. It might have been Danny of Sofa King Drunk. So it might have been him that was saying that, but there is another brewery opening up in Edinburgh that's looking to be quite good. I don't know if they've actually released their beers yet, though.
Okay.
And I was hearing as well that one of the guys from Vault City has broken off. He's broken off and founded his own brewery, but I can't remember the name of it. I think it's like the Wood Project or something. So I need to try and get a hold of something from them at some stage too.
You see, Vault City is one I've never had. I know they're very much into the sours, aren't they? But they do some stouts as well.
Yeah, are you into sours at all, Hugh?
Not really. Well, I like a saison. I can drink a saison. I like that sort of farmhousey kind of, that like sort of estery, yeasty flavour. I quite like Kvik stuff as well sometimes. And I quite like wheat beers sometimes, but like a kettle sour, like a fruity kettle sour, to me is a bit, I don't know. They're never that sour.
You know what you should try actually, and you should try Rodenbach.
Oh, the Flemish,
the Flanders Red, yeah, that's a beautiful beer. Those are beautiful beers.
That is lovely, and that's got real balance, hasn't it? It's almost like balsamic. It's really nice. And it's not my usual style, but I do like it. Yeah, I don't know. I find these kettle sours a bit samey, a bit sweet. I'm yet to find one I really sort of get behind and go, wow, this is amazing. But they do an Iron Brew sour, don't they? Which just sounds incredible. Have you had that one?
That's good. Yeah, that was. I think that might have been the first beer I reviewed from them.
Oh, okay.
And that's a beauty. Yeah, if you see that, get it. There's one or two others that I want to have. They've got like a Vimto sour or something, and then there's one or two other ones that I've not managed to get from them. But you can order. I think the free postage limit with them is like £25.
Okay. Yeah.
So
worth a shot then.
Yeah, and I ordered from them and got it like the next day. But then you'd probably get it another day. Take another day to get down to you, I would think. But yeah.
Yeah, Vault City. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
I know they got some flack for that stout that they did, which had was it like coconut milk or something? And the coconut milk like actually formed like a layer. Like all the fat from the coconut, like sort of made a big sediment at the top of the bottle.
Just separated by density, yeah.
Yeah, and it was just such a thick stout. I think it was just and it just looked horrendous when you poured it, but I'm sure it tasted fine. I remember they got a lot of stick for that. But no, I might push my brass about when it comes to payday. Yeah. I mean, they sound interesting enough. Pomegranate, watermelon, pear drop. Pear drop's a bloody off flavour. I'm not sure how that works in a beer.
Yeah. That's interesting. Karies, by the way, did I understand right that you are you in Sweden? Am I understanding this right, that you've got these New Barns beers and you've brought them over to Sweden or over to Europe somewhere? Let me know. I'd be curious about that. Adam's saying you're not echoing as much, so you seem fine. I got a notification from my usual third-party shipper saying shipping to the EU is okay now. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Okay. Awesome. Check out Beer Huntress and give her some love. Davor, is this an Instagram account? The Beer Huntress? Let's have a little look. Beer Huntress. It's an Instagram. Oh, that's a Twitter, maybe.
Beer Huntress.
The Beer Huntress. YouTuber, and she's a YouTuber.
Well, she's got an Instagram, I think. Red hair.
I might follow her already. Let's have a little look at this.
Yeah, YouTuber and beer huntress. Try new beers and styles. Spinning the wheel to see which one.
Let's have a look. The Beer Hunt. Actually, it's only. It must be quite new. 202 subscribers. Have a watch at one. Yeah, I'll have a little look at one of her videos. Cloudwater. Twisted Wheel. By the hunt sounds of those beers, she's maybe English.
Seems to be. She's got Salopian and all sorts of stuff, which Glenafric, Salopian, Northern Monk. Yeah, she must be English, surely.
Yeah. Oh, she's got a Lervig one. I'll watch the Lervig one later. Yeah.
Oh. I'm new to this, but did you hear that in British supermarkets now you can get Conrad Stout in bloody Morrison's?
Ah, that's a good beer. That is a good beer.
That's a fantastic beer. That's one of my all-time favourite stouts, and I can't fathom how on earth that's in a supermarket now.
Oh yeah, that's a beautiful beer actually. Oh, we've got Steve's just popped in.
Oh, heyo.
Hello,
You all right?
Yeah, all good. How's tricks?
Just surviving, trying to keep my brain awake.
Yeah, of course, definitely.
That's it. But yeah, no, Davor, thanks for the tip as well on this, the Beer Huntress. Have a little look at her stuff later on.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I'll probably will do.
Seems that she's got some quite nice videos actually. But yeah, he's saying well worth the money. Just outside of Malmö, Staffanstorp. I don't know if you know, but I'm in Lund, so you're actually only about 10-15 minutes away from me. So yeah, interesting. Some of my old colleagues live in Staffanstorp actually, but Parsaforce allow cans but no glasses, and people at PH sort out all the paperwork. So I've got plenty of boxes reaching Sweden.
I'm trying to sort myself out. This damn likes doing nothing.
Yeah.
New, like obviously this is the new bedroom and all that sort of stuff. So it's like this light's gonna do my nutting for during like every single live I do. Oh mate,
yeah.
It's just literally it's there. It's like a little globe thing. It's like leave me alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, how are you guys doing? I'm like long time no speak. How's things?
Just
usual stuff, yeah.
I've just come off night, so I'm tired as hell. But I'm drinking tomorrow, so I'm trying to perk myself up with a beer, and then go to bed. I think.
You know what you need? You know what you need? A dragon soup.
I certainly don't.
No.
Honestly, last time I had a dragon soup, I wasn't right for days. My heart was. It was totally pounding. It was like 2 bottles of Bucky and like 16 espressos. It was just the worst thing I've ever had.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will never do dragon soup again. No, because of like that headache. Literally, as soon as you take your first sip, it's like ow.
You can feel it doing actual bodily harm to yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it's why would you want to do this for pleasure?
No, I think Harry's a maniac.
And he's got a fucking caffeine allergy as well, apparently.
Oh really?
He still drinks it. That's what he told me. That's what he said, that he's got a caffeine. He has a bad reaction to caffeine, and he's still like, well, why the fuck are you drinking dragon soup then?
Yeah, exactly.
That then. Oh no, because I've got no problem with caffeine, or none that I know of. No,
that's like me. I haven't got a problem with caffeine, but like I must have a problem with dragon soup anyway. So yeah, it's like no.
Wow. I've never touched anything harder than beer, but it did genuinely feel like what I presume drugs taste like. Honestly,
more than likely, yeah, definitely.
It was insane.
But I think the worst thing, because I did a review on it, because I got sort of roped into doing it by Harry and everyone else like on one of the Sunday sessions.
Yeah,
Harry used to do. And I thought, okay, fine, I'll give it a go, see what it's like, sort of thing. And obviously, I saw Thomas's like live stream, well, not live, like his review on it as well, where he had a huge headache. It's like, oh, fine, okay, if that comes, fair enough. Like, doesn't matter. But like, I thought I'll try it. It's like, why am I doing this to myself? I'm gonna be up for about hours on end now for no reason whatsoever. It's just crazy. Oh yeah, James, how's your like uni and stuff going?
Oh, it's coming. It's sort of getting towards the end now. Like I've got, I've needed the fucking hell. Brain is not working. I just wrote my second paper for my economics course that I'm doing on India economics,
Okay, cool.
about the sustainability growth.
Are you doing Are you doing a masters or?
I just no. I'm doing I took a year out of working.
Okay.
Normally, I took a year out of working normally to do a Swedish language program to take my Swedish up to like high school equivalency. And it's weird because I've actually gone through each level and I've found stuff that I already knew. So it's kind of it's quite interesting. But yeah, no, it's my Swedish has improved a hell of a lot, and it's nice to just have something to have the course to consolidate it. So yeah, I was doing a Swedish program, and it was also when I'm taking Swedish citizenship, you know, if you go to another country, you should learn the language, I think.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
I'm desperately trying to get some Polish done, but it's going in one ear and coming out the other.
Polish is mental, though. Polish is actually nuts.
Isn't Polish like sort of Russian and another language mixed in together? I can't remember.
It's all Slavic. It's all got a Slavic root.
Yeah.
But Russian is a whole different ball game in terms of the grammar. The grammar in Russian is far more standardized and easy for me personally, anyway.
Yeah,
that's what I heard. My friend, I've got a really good Polish friend in Copenhagen, and he's like, most kids are fluent in their native language by the time they're about 12. But when it comes to Polish, it takes them till about 16 to be properly fluent in their own language. And even he says that even the news like fuck up some of the grammar and things like that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So, it's so crazy, isn't it? It's crazy.
Yeah. It's just my silly idea for going over there to work, I guess. But such is life.
Well, these things happen. Like as James did, if I ever went over to another country to work, I'll make a point of learning at least a few so I can get by.
Oh yeah,
like that sort of thing. Because like I think they if you have a I think countries when you go over to another country, I think they think that English will be like, oh, just give me that, or I'll speak English, blah blah. But when you actually speak their own like in their native tongue, they actually appreciate it more, and they actually will help you out more. So.
Well, even when I was backpacking, I always learnt a dozen phrases, a dozen words.
Yeah.
Just out of politeness. Aside from Georgian is fucking mad. It's like it's just squiggles on a page. I still can't understand Georgian.
Yeah, it took me when I went to Greece. It was like I felt so bad because it took me about fucking 4 days to remember how to say Efraristo, to say thank you.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, my friend was pissing himself laughing at me trying to say this this word, because normally I'm quite good at languages, but it's just I couldn't remember Efraristo Paragallo. It's crazy. I've got
that was literally went woof over my head. Like sort of like in Greece, I think they like to say cheers or something like salute or something like that. I think I can't remember. It's something weird like that. Well, it's either that or it's Mallorquin. I'm not sure because my my cousin, I think it was. I said this on another live stream with Harry and that as well. I think you were there. I can't remember, James. But she knows 5 languages and all fluent in all 5 languages because she owns a jewelry store in Mallorca. And I was asking her, but because I wasn't sure, because like apparently Mallorquin is a completely different dialect to Spanish by a few words, and that's it. So it's just
Mallorcan, sorry.
Yeah, Mallorquin. Like so, yeah, it's just mental. Like people who know languages, like they just blow my mind because like she'll be talking to me in English, or talking to partner, business partner in European, talking to another person in German and talking to another person in French, all fluently. It's like if that was me, my mind would just explode.
Yeah.
I'm not a natural languages person, to be honest. But
nor am I either. I did learn a little bit of sign language because I had a friend at college who was deaf. I wanted to talk to him, and literally, like, instead of talking to a interpreter, I wanted to talk to him face to face and know what he's on about. But no, I've probably forgotten most of it now anyway. So.
Yeah, I saw a video actually. It was quite interesting with sign language, and it was where was it? I think it might have been Greece, and it was like there was a deaf guy, and it was only he could only talk to his sister. I think it was. So what a load of the people in his like street and whatever did was they secretly had lessons in sign language, and then one day they just started, like, everybody just decided, right, they filmed it. They put all these cameras up overnight, and then they filmed it, like, because he went outside and everyone started like signing to him, and he's like, what the fuck, like, how did they all know it suddenly? So yeah, thought it was quite cool.
But like it's just like, because I there's about 5 people in the class who was deaf, and I was talking to them through a interpreter. A few of them knew how to sign, like, sort of how to lip read and sort of like had good sort of speech as well, so you can like have a good conversation with them. But a few of them didn't know how to lip read at all, so you had to go through the interpreter. It did my night, and I asked the interpreter, can you teach me a few phrases that so I can ask him how to say this, that, and the other sort of thing, so I can build up my vocabulary in that. And but yeah, by the end of that year, I actually was talking to him through it. I actually was the interpreter for the class.
Oh, fair dues. So, I'm just gonna rattle through the comments quickly. I get stressed if there's comments.
Oh, mate, you crack on.
So yeah, so Shane's saying, evening from Wales. Nice to have you. We've got Paul the man. Look what we have here. A good chugging of dragon soup will sort you out. Indeed, it will. For about 5 days, probably.
No, never again.
Never again. I've never tried it. Davor's saying, yeah, the beer huntress is from Wigan. She owns a Wigan Central pub.
Oh, okay. Cool.
That's not too far from you, Hugh, I think, is it?
It's the wrong side of the country, but yeah, it's level. It's level with me.
Oh.
It's Adam's way, really.
Ah, yeah.
And,
that would make sense. Yeah, Adam and Peter. Yeah.
Peter, probably more Peter actually, because he's slightly lower down than Adam is. I think Adam's actually in Liverpool, isn't he?
Yeah. I want to go to Skem and visit Peter and just see what it's like.
Yeah.
I just want to see what it's like.
It's a shame he's pulled back from socials. Well, I mean, for his own reasons and stuff, fair enough. But yeah, no, I do miss him.
Yeah,
he's a good lad.
Peter's funny. He's my favourite sarcastic bastard. Yeah, I need to have a chat with him about the next German session. Actually, we need to see what beer we can both get. So I need to sort that with Peter actually. Yeah. Danny's saying eating meatballs for IKEA is my take on Swedish language. I'll teach you some Swedish, Danny, if you want. I need to teach you. Danny and I are going to try and do some out and about videos together, I think, at some stage in Glasgow, whatever. So I'm looking forward to that actually, because I've tried to make contact with Danny before, but I think he didn't really realise who I was when I've tried to add him on Facebook and things.
Yeah.
Is sort of Sweden on the UK's because now over here we've got like red, amber, and green. Is it on the green thing now, Sweden? I'm not sure. We might have to.
Not the the countries you can go to, man.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Iceland is, but yeah, Sweden's not.
Okay.
The only countries that are on the green British territories, really, aren't they?
Must say, yeah.
And
Still trying to learn English. So am I, mate. I know 2 languages, English and bad English.
Yeah, still I like that, Paul. Still trying to learn English. I learned how to order beer, say thank you, excuse me, and sorry. My German is not good, and that was enough to have a great time in Germany for 2 weeks. Germany is awesome. Yeah, that's one of my goals. Like once my Swedish is finished, I'm going to study a few courses in Swedish. Like I'm going to actually try and learn German through Swedish and just perfect my Swedish. So because I actually know quite a bit of German already from when I lived there, but again, it's a case of like learning the grammar rules and actually just getting it and using it. So that's one of my things. I'm going to try Spanish or like resurrect my German through Swedish after I finish this course, I think. I can say Thai sparkler in English. So James, I want to buy you a pint or 2 or 5 when you're back in Scotland. I'm sure we can figure that out. Can maybe come and join on one of my out and about trips that I'll need to do. I'm best man at 2 weddings as well, so I need to go back to Scotland like 3 times at least, potentially 4 in the next well, between September and October. I need to go back and forth like 3 or 4 times, so that's going to be tiring. Yeah, that's going to be
that'd be fun though.
It'll be nice to see my pals, obviously, and do all these things. But in terms of just, I'm gonna clock up a lot of flight hours over the next wee while if everything goes to plan. Going to the States, flying around a bit in the States, 3 or 4 trips back to Scotland, and then out to Japan as well. Is
it like fairly cheap, like from Sweden to UK and?
You can do it for like 30 or 40 pounds each way.
That ain't too bad then.
So it's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
I need to, as I say, I've got a few plans. I'm going to talk about. I'm not going to say too much on here because I'm going to. I need to figure out the order that I'm doing things in first, and then I'll make a wee video about that later. But yeah, no, I need to. I might spend a little bit of time in the motherland next year for a wee while, and we'll see. And then I've got something that I would like to do over there, so we'll see about that. We'll see about this. But yeah, no, Jordy, keep an eye on the sort of channel messages, and then you'll have an idea of when I'll be around, and we can maybe sort something. I need to hit Scumsdale and see Peter. We all need to do that. Everyone needs to go and visit Peter. German efficiency always in a glass. Oh yeah. Once we all get drunk, we all understood each other. I think Paul.
I think like whatever happens anyway, if you get drunk, you actually understand people anyway. Same, like that's the drunken language coming into play, the drunken English.
Oh so, yeah. We'll need to see. Riku. Oh, we've got Riku, the Finnish beer meal. Yeah, cheers from Lapland. Riku's the guy that sorts me out with all these mental Finnish beers. So yeah, working way. I've only got, how many Riku beers have I got left? I've got 5 or 6. So yeah, so I've got quite a few Finnish things to kind of work through still, and then I've got a few Estonians, but I'm just trying to get, as I say, just get through stuff, get this beer fridge as empty as possible.
But I think we'll play the hard thing. We'll probably stuck at like trying to stock it back up again.
Well, yeah, no, that's. I mean, this month with this unboxing I just did, I've ended up with 17, which is
ain't too bad then.
That's less than normal, and I think next month because I'm going away to the States, I will order maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah,
because there's a couple of beers that I really want to get, but I'm not going to get the IPAs and stuff. So
is Hugh still awake? I thought he passed out then.
No, I am nodding. No. Oh dear. It's
Cute.
Didn't
one of
didn't
them.
want you to embarrass her and start snoring on a live stream, mate. So yeah.
I remember.
Oh,
Oh, I remember years ago. Stuart Pickard. It was Stuart Pickard did that, and he was sitting like he was actually in his chair, and he just went like this, and he was like,
Oh god.
You don't see a lot of Stuart neither these days. Yeah, he's
Stuart. He's buzzing around. Stuart's not been on a live stream in ages actually, but yeah.
no, he's a good lad.
I like Stuart's funny.
Every time I go to Bradford, I seem to I don't know, seem to gravitate towards Stuart. We never plan on it, but I always just seem to gravitate and see him somewhere. He's always around Bradford on his bike.
Yeah.
Whichever pub he fancies at the time. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he likes to go out and just drink halves in loads of different places.
Yeah. He'll have. Well, I mean, I used to do that. I'll have a half of everything on the bar, and then that's 2 pints, 2.5 pints, and it's a nice way of trying everything. It's the beer ticker's measurement of choice is a half, but then you get people saying half, it's Gaelic that.
Yeah, but like in some cases, like if you're like, so for example, if you're driving, if you like and you're with your mates, you can go, I'll have a half, but it depends on how long the even goes on for, because like you can actually have an half.
I mean, tomorrow I'm going to be drinking from around 1 until maybe 9. A proper all day.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be drinking pints all the way through,
Yeah, because that'd be crazy. Because I've sort of learned my lesson. Because we had a housewarming party the other night, and I was murdered. I was like doing that. It was literally all the way through. But also as well, I was tidying up after everyone else and being the good host and that sort of malarkey. But no, it's just it's weird though, because when you're living somewhere, change the subject completely. If you're feeling low, you feel like everyone, like the house is like, I don't know, I can't really explain it. It was just weird because like now I'm here, I see the difference of how I've been feeling.
Yeah.
Like all the depression and all that sort of stuff, it was really bad back like at the other place. But being here is completely like, well, hey, let's do this, let's do that. Come on, let's go. Well, I got more energy than I did over there. Maybe because I was just drained and like I couldn't be arsed anymore and that sort of stuff. But I think it's sort of like as well. You see it in the videos too. Like,
well, you see that improvement because you've moved house and you've moved into a better situation.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So.
Nah, I mean, it was like when I was at college. I wasn't enjoying college, and I was in a bad way. And then you see a bit of improvement in your mental health when you move out of a bad situation.
Yeah, mental health is it's just terrible. If anyone like goes through it, I do feel for them.
Well, Raggy's the big mental health.
My wife and my stepdaughter goes through like sort of like depression and anxiety as well, and it's like I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, to be fair.
Yeah.
So yeah. So like to have to stream more about me.
No, I'm gonna tap out because I think I'm just gonna I'm nodding. So
Buddy.
I need to see my bed really. I think. Right. Love you.
See you, buddy. Take care.
Bye, doll Faith.
Ta-ra.
Cheers.
Yeah. I did think he sort of like passed out halfway through because I didn't want to cut you off like during like midstream of conversation. I saw him to do this.
Oh yeah, no, that's it's just it's all good. Right, I'm going to rattle through these comments quickly. I get really see on these streams when folk are commenting, I'm like I get stressed if I don't respond to their comments because it was ages. So, Joe's asking, where are you going in the States? Well, if everything works out, fly to New York, spend a few days in New York, head north to Connecticut to meet a friend there. She's getting married later. Then a friend from New Jersey is going to come up and meet me there. We're doing a wee drive around New England to visit some famous breweries. So it's like Boston, Portland, over through Vermont, and then down the east side of New York, back to New Jersey. Meet up with Paul, meet up from PA Brew News, meet up with Matt from Massive Beer, chill a little bit in New Jersey, go back to Connecticut for my friend's wedding, then fly to Texas. My friend in Texas is going to take me to meet our other friends. We're doing the triangle in Texas. then it's we're flying to Albuquerque in New Mexico, doing the Breaking Bad tour, and then going to Denver in Colorado, and then I'll fly back to New York and then home if they lift the travel ban. That's the plan. So
yeah,
it's good actually. It sounds like a hell of a lot, but I'm basically staying with people for the whole time. So when you don't have to pay for accommodation, you can do a hell of a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, because like the costs of hotels and that will probably be like going through the roof, especially if you go to different states as well. That sort of thing. Like, yeah. So. Yeah,
no, I was actually pricing it up, but it's not going to be that. Obviously, like I work online as well, so that's the other thing. Because of the Swedish course, I was working hourly instead of salaried this last year and a bit. So, I can work online a little bit. Some of my friends will work during the day, so I have got time where we are just going to chill. I can work a little bit.
Yeah.
And because obviously I need to pay for the little guy and stuff. But yeah, and that's so that's another thing. But yeah, my friends, it works out quite well because of my online stuff. I can do that whenever. And then I do a little bit of online teaching as well with Chinese, Taiwanese, Koreans, Japanese. So like I can wake up early in the morning, do that until like lunchtime, sleep for a few hours until my friends are done with work, and so it's good. So that's
definitely. Yeah,
that's it.
Because if anything helps out, it'd be a little, because some people like, especially with how things are as well, and having some things like lifted as well. But that's how people have been doing it online and that sort of thing. Anyway, with jobs and stuff like that. Is that how you get your flight miles for your work then, or is that like?
No, it's just I just do that myself. My job doesn't really involve travel and things like that.
Okay.
So yeah, no, it's that I can just work from wherever, and that's one of my things is I'm kind of like, right, when I go back to work salaried again, I'm kind of like, right, I'm trying to gear myself more towards having the flexibility to kind of travel and things like that.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, because that's it, obviously. Because I like to go between Japan and Europe and things like this. But yeah, I need to figure it out. I need to decide exactly what I'm going to do over the next little bit, because I've still got to establish myself. I've still got to set up a few more things here in Sweden before the little guy comes over here. But yeah.
Shouldn't be too long now, like fingers crossed.
I think Japan keeps having more waves and things. There's been there's been a new lockdown in Osaka the last little bit and things. So Japan's having a few strange things. So I don't know. I need to contact the embassy in Stockholm again and ask them about whether I can get the visa and stuff, because they've told me, right, yeah, in principle you can get a visa, but it depends on the COVID situation and things.
Yeah, of course.
Because if I go over there, I think I can go there, but I need to isolate for like 2 weeks. And doing that, it would be a case of, it would have to be two things. Michiko and the little guy would either have to go and stay with her mother for 2 weeks, and I take her apartment and isolate there.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, I would need to do a hotel or something like that.
Yeah,
and it's not good for the little guy to be moved and unsettled
Yeah.
for 2 weeks and stuff.
And,
So yeah.
and also as well, like you might not be able to see like your other half and son, or sorry, is it son?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's making sure, like, but like because you're isolating for 2 weeks, so you might have to be over there for about a month just to like see him, sort of thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can stay over there for 90 days. You get like 90 days on the thing, because that's the other thing is I was trying to hold off. I was holding off going back to like a salaried proper job like that in a sense
Yeah.
until I got some time in Japan. So yeah, we'll figure that out. That'll come later. But Danny's saying pie supper and a Tin Dragon soup on me and the Glasgow meat. That'd be lethal. But a good Scotch pie or a steak and haggis pie. Absolutely. Game for that. Fap. Absolutely. Definitely would be a great night. Where are you, Jordy? Whereabout are you based? Where are you based? Paul saying I can't do halves. They're like shot glasses to me. Oh yeah. Paul's about Paul's like 6'6" or something.
Oh, is he?
Like that. Paul's a giant guy. Yeah. He's a beast.
Because some of the live streams that I've seen him on, he doesn't look that tall.
Paul's a big Paul's built like a brick shithouse, and he's about 6'6", something like that. Yeah, because I'm like six. I'm about 6. I'm about 6'1" and kind of, I don't know, fairly decently built.
I can just imagine, right, in a way, like everyone meeting, I'll probably be the short one in the bloody corner going, "Please don't hurt me, please don't hurt me."
Yeah. Oh, I'm like 6 foot, 6'1", 185 centimeters or something.
My stepdaughter was 6'2.5", and I'm talking to her like that. It's like, for God's sake.
Yeah. Well, Harry's like 6'2". Thomas is like 6'4" or something like this as well. Thomas is like 6'3", 6'4".
What? Thomas open?
Yeah.
Open.
Thomas is a big tall. Thomas is your typical Dutch big tall skinny bastard. Yeah. Oh, we've got this. This guy. He's in Calgary over in Canada. This dude watches Russ watches my reviews like religiously as well. He watches even though it's like beers that he can't get. He like watches loads of them. Yeah, it always amuses me how much stuff he watches. Yeah.
It's just like I always find fascinating your reviews because you know about the brewery, you know about the beer itself, and then you say this long how it came across and that sort of thing. And it's like in a way it's like watching a documentary. It's great. It's really good.
Well, I mean, it is the breweries are just kind of research. You research the history of the brewery, and then you just build your knowledge over time. Like my style is kind of evolved, and the videos, I think, in a way, my videos are almost a little bit pointless for YouTube in a sense. Like they would be sort of better as podcasts, like maybe as audio as audio podcasts. And like a drink along audio podcast. That's how it would. I think that would be a way for it to work. I've thought about changing. I've got an idea maybe to change the format slightly. I've got an idea that I might, it will still include all the same stuff, but I might just sort of flip it around a little bit. And do things that way. But I might put up like a pilot review of a beer that I've already done
it, and see how it goes.
And just see it and then try it and then put it up and be like, what do you think of this format instead of the usual sort of thing. Maybe see about that, but we'll figure that out. I always have 16 halves today. Oh fucking hell. The Finns can this is why I like the Finns. The Finns, see, if you go to Estonia, right? Estonia has the highest rate of alcohol consumption in the EU because all the Swedes and the Finns go there and get smashed. They go and booze. They come across on the ferries to get the cheap booze, and then they just go. They bugger off. They get pissed. They sleep it off, and then they go home. That's what they do. James, do that. Oh, I forget about that. See, this is an interesting thing as well. Mystery beers, right? Because Davor gave me a mystery beer, and it was quite funny. I tasted this one, and I opened it up. I tasted it. I was like, That's Omnivar. That's Pivovar Omnivar. I was able to say the brewery. It's that brewery.
Yeah.
And see, in a way, I like these. I like mystery beers for the fact that they sort of teach you something about the flavor of the beers.
Yeah.
But in some ways, for me, because I like doing the research about the breweries and stuff like this, I'm a bit conflicted by them. So I like the sort of tasting side of it, but I don't like going into the video without the research on the brewery and being able to talk about the brewery and stuff. So I'm always a bit conflicted with these. I'm always a little bit conflicted with them.
In a way, you don't like mystery beers because you're going in blind in a way. So you don't know that's that sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean,
you haven't got the info behind it first, and then like you don't know what you're doing, sort of thing.
Well, it's more. I think I don't have any sort of hesitations about it from the tasting and going in and tasting it blind. It's just I just like doing the research on the brewery because I like learning about places. I like reading about places. So in principle, I like the tasting side of it, but my brain is just like I just get annoyed because like I don't know the stuff about the brewery and things like that.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So. But that's just me. I get annoyed with stuff like that. But that's just me. My brain's destroyed. I'm just going to rattle through these. There's loads of them coming in. You'll love the beer out here. If you ever come out to the West Coast, let me know. I'll buy you a beer. There potentially that could happen, Joe. Plans next year might actually allow for something like that a little bit later on. So. As I say, we'll keep you up to date with that. We'll keep you up to date. I've heard a lot of the bullshit restrictions have been lifted on the 4th of July, but I'm not sure. Okay. No, it's the issue for me coming to the States would be the travel ban. My friend is getting married on the 3rd of July, and there's been murmurs that Biden might lift the travel ban sometime in May. My flight's on the 7th of June, so I'm really hoping that I can get on that and get out to the States. That would be good. That would be good. So fingers crossed for that because that's going to be an awesome trip to do if we can figure it out. Brett saying want a bum always. Yeah, always. Holla Steve.
Sir, how's it going?
Yep. And Jordy is saying, damn, you're so lucky. It's my dream to visit the States again. The only place I've been to in the US is Colorado on a ski trip. You got to do a PBR. I have a PBR review already, but if you want one in America, I can do a one where I get my Colt 44. I sit on my porch for my PBR. PBR, yuck. Hey, Dark One, how's you? Glasgow, Ouija land. I get folk when I go to Glasgow. I get folk like coming up and just. It's funny. I've had some really funny incidents in the pub when I've been in the bar in Glasgow, and it's like they come up to me and just look at me like, "You're Swedish," and I'm like, and I'm just like, it's quite funny because I can confuse. I always just sort of flick on the mood. I'm just be like, Ed, pal, no, I'm no, and then they argue with you are Swedish, you look Swedish. Then you can show them I've got a Swedish driver's license, and then I'll have a Swedish passport and stuff, and then I could just confuse the shit out of them and speak Swedish to them. So I just always decide right, am I going to agree with them, or am I just going to say that I'm not and just wind them up? So I've had a few things. Glasgow's always fun. Glasgow's always fun like that. Brett said I'm 5'7". I was looking up at Harry when I met him. Oh yeah, Brett's a wee teeny thing. I've heard. Yeah, Brett's a wee teeny thing. I'm just 5'6". You're 5'6", Joe. I never would have thought that. But that's in America. It's actually America's quite strange like that. You get people that are there's no sort of middle ground in the States. People are either like tiny or they're really tall. It's the States is weird like that. I always found like because I would say I'm kind of medium in the sense I'm getting towards tall, but I'm not like madly tall.
I'll say I'm about 5'9". That's my sort of like. That's what I'll say. I'm sort of medium, sort of like whatever. So yeah.
I noticed that in England as well. Actually, when I did my teaching stuff in England, I felt quite tall in England. Like I thought English people were smaller than Scottish people.
No. I think it's all the flesh, like the fresh air you guys got there in Scotland.
Really? I wouldn't have thought he was 5'6".
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought that. Damn. St. James, have you viewed Glad? Bucky. No, I need to do a Bucky review. But my uncle, I don't know if my uncle sells Bucky. My uncle David has a wee convenience shop, and he sells dragon soup and stuff. I
Oh
don't know if he does.
no.
I don't know if he does Bucky, but I need to do a Bucky review. People have been asking me for that, so I need to do a Bucky
What's
review.
Bucky then? Oh, I haven't heard Bucky before.
Buckfast.
What is it? I'm still learning. No,
Buckfast.
No, I've never heard of it.
It's actually from England. So Buckfast, like, it's a tonic wine. It's got like caffeine and stuff in it, and it's I don't mind it. It doesn't taste like bad. It doesn't taste so bad or anything. But yeah, Bucky. There's a DJ Bad Boy. Always El Dorado. Glasgow's El Dorado. Oh, I misread his comment. El Dorado tonic wine. I've never heard of that. Tell you what, Danny, if you get me a bottle of that, because I've never heard of this, get me a bottle of that, and I'll do a El Dorado tonic wine. Oh, yeah, I've never seen this. So get me, yeah, Danny, if you can grab me a bottle of that, I'll square you up for it, and I'll do a review of it. Definitely. That'll be fun. Yeah, I get my stature from my Finnish roots. El Dorado, not Buckfast. Buckfast, drink of the pumpkin skins, punks. You got to hand it to us short people because we are short. Buckfast Abbey Devon, yeah, and then we'll get scalped on it. Oh fucking hell, yeah. Yeah, no, I need to do a Bucky review. Some of my friends at uni were like they loved the Bucky. The Kirkcaldy boys loved the Bucky, yeah, no, that was it. But no, I enjoyed a little bit of Bucky. It was you used to get a bottle for about £7, and that was it would give you a wee bit. It would give you a nice wee buzz, and it would get you a wee bit drunk. But you could be on that, and you'd be happy for the evening.
Yeah,
I was never a big pisshead. Basically, I didn't like it.
I wouldn't class myself as a pisshead. I'll class myself as a problem drinker, but I wouldn't stop it like whether it's because I love brewing. I actually did my first brew today, after I think about 2 or 3 months. I think I can't remember. I think I stopped when I found out about my move. I stopped brewing then, and literally I started doing it now. So I think that was back in I think it was back in March. So I think that's the same sort of whatever. So, but no, it's just no, it's fun. I enjoy the whole waiting for the brew to happen and then drink, like tasting it and this sort of thing. The one I've got at the moment is a Geordie lager from Wilco's, and I've asked other people about it, sort of thing, and they said like put some malt extract in there as well as the other malt because it'll taste better. So I thought obviously I'm doing it today, so I won't have enough time to get some malt extract. So I just did it, brewing sugar, bosh, done. I'll see what comes out like. I might have to do a review on it, see what it was like in about a month.
Yeah, no, that's it. You just need to see how that goes, eh?
Yeah, definitely. It'll probably be absolute shite, but you never know.
Yeah, no, that's it. You know, it's. Have you ever thought about brewing, like your own beer and that? I've done a little bit of home brewing and things. Yeah, but I mean, you know, I did chemistry as my first degree and things, and then it's fun for a few times, but then I just think it would get very repetitive.
But you can put like different hops in and different things in it and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, but I'm more talking about actually like doing the brewing itself. I would find that very repetitive and just I wrote my master's thesis in organic chemistry and just I sort of destroyed my enthusiasm for doing the same process over and over and over again. I was just like, that was one of the reasons why I never did a PhD, because I was just like, it's like doing this shit. I was just like doing this shit for 3 years. Fuck that.
Can't be asked though.
Yeah, I'd rather do another master's degree than do a PhD. Yeah, it would have been nice. In some ways I regret that a little bit. It would have been nice I would have been the first one in my family with a PhD, but I'm already the most kind of highly sort of qualified, educated one. But to get a PhD would have been quite nice.
Yeah, but have that little like certificate and put it on your wall, sort of thing, and just say like that sort of thing. Like, say I've worked to that. You know what I mean? So
yeah. No, it just would have been quite funny just to be a doc. I would just find it funny that I would be, because I got suspended at school for in my last year of high school. My friend and we got suspended for making flamethrowers.
what by using a lighter and deodorant can?
No, we did it in the lab. Like, we filled up. We if you fill up a bell jar, you put the bell jar on the desk. So what we did was we put the bell jar down on the desk. We we take the cork off the top and then just fill it with natural gas. You light the top, you flip it upside down, and it makes a big fucking massive mushroom cloud of fire. And we were doing that, and we also had one. We had a glove as well. If you filled up a rubber glove with natural gas, you could light one of the fingers on fire, and it used to squirt fire out of it. And we were doing stuff as well. Like, we were putting 2 pence coins in the Bunsen burner and then throwing them at each other over the room. We were doing stuff like this. It's like, I'm sure I've still got a scar somewhere from that, where it hit me on the arm. Where is it? My friend, because where is that? I think it's like there. I've got a wee scar on my arm. You can see the little light bit on my arm there, because it got hit by like a red hot coin. Oh yeah. So no, yeah, we used to you could stick 2 pence coins in the Bunsen burner. If you held it for long enough, you put the flame. If you got it right on the tip of the flame, because that's about 4,000 degrees, you could get them white hot, and you fling them across the room. And we also you could put, if you had you could fill up. The other thing that was quite fun to do was to do it, but then fill the sink up with water and just like throw just take the tongs and just the coin would like bounce about and go mental. It would go just the sheer heat, because it's like it would like flash boil the water and things, and the water just go.
See, you guys had a better like childhood with Boston Brothers than I did. All I remember doing is literally going, turn, wahey, off, turn, wahey, off. It's like, what the fuck? such a sad life I actually led.
I know, that was the thing in school. Like, we were, my friend and I, like, it's quite funny that we got suspended, because we were like, out of a class of maybe like, I think our year class at the beginning was like 180, but out at the end of it, I went to a school that was in quite a kind of deprived area, and I think at the end of it there was only about 15 or 16 of us, maybe I think 20. I think some folk have gone to uni a bit later on, maybe 20 or 25 out of that whole group went to uni and did stuff. And then my friend and I, we were out of that group, there was maybe about 10 or so went to do, like, the sort of really high level degrees like medicine and law and science and engineering and things. And I did chemistry, and my friend, he's in he did like a sort of biomedicine type thing. So he's done he did that. So that was the thing. So it was quite funny. We actually we were the ones that we were like some of the top achievers in the school. And we were like the top achievers in the school, and we were getting suspended for making flamethrowers and stuff. But we got on with the teachers. The teachers that liked us, because we didn't give them trouble. We just did stupid shit.
Yeah, but that might just be boredom though, like, because like obviously your IQ must be like through the roof if you've got like a PhD and that sort of stuff, sort of thing. So literally, that might be out of boredom, but like because like you weren't getting the like work to actually like have your mind like more explored and that sort of thing. Do you get what I mean?
Well, the thing was, I could never be bothered. I wouldn't say it through the roof or anything, but
no. I mean by it is like it like sort of. I couldn't do it like sit down and do like an A level or something like that. I'll probably be like, what the fuck? even though I've been taught how to do it, I'll be like, no, whatever. I can't do it, sort of thing. So,
well, I mean, I didn't really like the way that I didn't really like the way that school kind of worked and things, because I didn't like the fact, you had all these final exams and then what you did during the year just counted for nothing, because you're like, yeah, and I mean, it's I thought that was a bit shit. And then as a teacher, like having worked as a science and maths teacher for like 2 years.
I bet you like your pupils used to love you at school. Look, I can do it with a penny.
I never showed them that, but I just as a teacher, I just used to troll. The thing that was best, some of the kids that I used to teach, actually, they found out I had a YouTube channel. I still don't know how they found it. I think one of the dads was into craft beer and then showed it to the son, and then the son showed everybody else. And I think this dad, he's actually got a brewery now. I think he went on because he gave me their beers to review, actually. And this dad was like, "Oh, did you know that is?" I think he just was watching someone else's channel. Then I came up as a recommend. He's like, "Is that no his science teacher?" And it's like, yeah. And it just, I think it just came from there. Then all the kids found out I had a YouTube channel. And they were like, "Oh, we'll help you. Like, we'll help you get to like 3,000 subscribers and stuff like this." It's like, "Oh, cool." So,
the majority of your subscribers is probably all the kids from school.
I don't know. But no, I used to troll the shit out of those kids. It was funny. It was like just one day I caught them. I caught a group of them kicking about we had plastic plants. And then one day they had the pot plant and they're kicking it around, and I just caught them, and then I just stood behind them, and then he just turned around and said, "Oh shit!" And I was like, "Yes, oh shit, indeed." It's like, "What have I taught you about plants and science?" And they're like, and I was like, "Plants are your friends. They give you oxygen," and I was like, "Remember, I have the Japanese mentality. If you do something wrong, you have to atone for your actions. Apologize to the plant." And they just looked at me, and there's like, "But it's a plastic plant." It's like, "I don't care. In English class and Swedish class, you've learned about symbolism in writings and what things mean, what they're meant to symbolize. That plant, plastic though it may be, is a provider of oxygen for you. You will apologize to it." And then they actually did. They're like, "Sorry, plant." And I was like, "Good, there we go." And then one of the kids, I had one kid in the class, Walter, this kid used to crack me up. That guy, I called him the electron because he just didn't stay still, full of energy. Just so he was I told him he was an electron, and he always remembered what an electron was.
Yeah.
And so this kid, he decided he loved to join in with everything, and he just they were apologizing to the plant, and he just came down and like bows down to the plant. "All hail the plant." And I was just like, "Yes, Walt." I was like, "See, Walter's got the right idea. Walter knows how valuable plants are."
That's crazy.
Walt, he was hilarious. He used to do stuff, but the thing was, you just be like, "Walter, was that you?" "Yes."
Yeah, my bad.
Oh yeah, that kid cracked me up. But yeah, one of my favorite thing was the teacher. It was as a teacher, it was like, you used to get the kids. They would say like, one of the girls said to me, "It's like, oh, Mr. Marshall." It's like, "What?" And it's like, "We don't mess with you. Do you know why?" I was like, "No, why?" It's like, "Because you're mental. You would think if we mess with you, we know that you know something worse to do to us." Exactly. Yeah.
That's like, because I wish I had that sort of like relationship like at school sort of thing, or made school more fun sort of thing. You know what I mean? If you had that sort of relationship with a teacher, It makes you like, in a way, makes you want to go to school. But no, instead I went to school and I got bullied by all the teachers and even the fucking pupils. So yeah, fun for me.
No, that's true.
But then I got into college and literally like that was it. We just fuck it, we can't be. And then I got into work and yeah, now I'm on YouTube just talking shite. Yes.
School's a shitty time for some of the.
It was crap. Yeah, but like I mean, that's why I sort of think to people like if they had a brilliant time at school, good on them. Like because they've actually knuckled down and like that sort of thing. And they've done their deeds and that sort of thing. And I wouldn't change my school in some cases in a way. It's made me the man I am today in some ways. So that's why I wouldn't change it for the world sort of thing. So no, it's cool. It's all good. Anyway, this is your channel. It shouldn't all be about me, for Christ's sake.
Well, it's good. It's just been taught. It's just it's nice to have a chat a wee bit. I always love it. I always like thinking about the kids I used to work with. They were always hilarious. Yeah. No, I still remember some of the stuff. I used to troll the absolute shit out of those kids, and it was great. I still remember one of my kids. I had a Palestinian kid in the class, and there was these two boys that they used, and they had a third one that they roped in a bit later, and it was what was it they did? I remember that there was a few things these guys did that was hilarious. These two, it was Abdul and Isak, and if one of them wasn't there, the other one was like clinically depressed in the lesson that day that the other one wasn't there. And it was like as Abdul one day in the maths class, he just shouts out, he's like, Allahu Akbar. And I was like, what? I was standing. I always used to come out and I could look at them and they knew line up straight, don't lean on the wall. If they leaned on the wall, they had to apologize to the engineers for not believing in their wall. So it was like I could look at them. And these two, just one day he shouts, Allahu Akbar. He was just being daft. And I was like, this is maths. This is a godless classroom. It's algebra, Hu Akbar. And then he was just like, they just burst out laughing. It was like, you are sharp. And I was like, hell yeah. So I remember that. That was one of my favorite ones.
This is just that's a good thing about it, though, isn't it? Like having that relationship with the kids, like that probably made their lives at school a bit better because he had that sort of relationship sort of thing. So. Oh
yeah, no, it was fun. You know what I mean? I used to. Yeah, no, that was it. I used to get when I met the parents, it was always fun because they always used to be like, "Oh, we've heard that the kids' maths books are communist," because their books in Sweden, the books, it's weird when you have stuff in Swedish just because of the way the Swedish is constructed. It will say like, "Oh, there's a word avrunda," so they'll give them a number and it's like round, but it doesn't say to what. It doesn't say to the nearest. Hundreds to the nearest thousand or whatever. It just says avrunda, and you're like, okay, to what? So there's weird things like that in the way they word questions. So I told the kids, your books are communist. They're a good idea, but they don't work.
Yeah, and it's true.
Yeah, and the kids all went home and told their parents. So yeah, the book, our teacher says our maths books are communist. And then I taught that the town mayor. I actually taught his son maths. I taught his son maths, and I was just known his dad. The mayor of the town knows you were the mental Scottish teacher. I was like, yeah, that's it. I was like, exactly.
That's like a pretty good way to be remembered, I suppose.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. It was my other favorite. Mr. Marshall, I'm dying. Cool, die quietly.
Yeah. That's what I used to get countless of times.
Die quietly, and then it's like, Mr. Marshall, are we your it was Abdul and Isak, are we your favourite students? It's like, you should know Mr. Marshall doesn't have favourites. He hates everyone equally. He just tolerates you. Just the look on their faces, their face just dropped.
Oh, that's wicked.
But then one of the smart kids was like, "Oh, Mr. Marshall, do you not hate the British government even more?" I was like, "Good point."
That reminds me so much. Like you saying that though, this reminded me of my granddad saying he actually went, "I'm not racist. I just hate everyone." It's so funny.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can have some fun educational things with them. You just have to be sharp with them and troll them,
Yeah.
like you say. Like I
Yeah.
remember one day one of them came out with, "Oh, Mr. Marshall, do you not think being gay is unnatural?" And I was like, I was taken aback a little bit, and I was like, "No." And they were like, "Oh, why?" And I said, "Well, penguins. There's gay penguins." And they thought I was taking the mick. They thought I was just
Yeah.
like talking rubbish. Like gay penguins can't be gay. I was like, yes, they can. Go into YouTube, and I said, right, we're going to end 5 minutes early. I'm going to show you guys something. And I showed them a video of penguins. There was these two male penguins that were like inseparable, and they stole an egg. They like stole another penguin's egg to raise a kid.
Oh my god!
These gay penguins raised a penguin chick. So I was like, if penguins can be gay, it's not unnatural.
That's true. That is so true.
It's true.
That is true though. That's why, like, I sort of like, I've got an online friend who's you can tell he's a like proper camp and that sort of thing. But he's the most nicest bloke you can ever meet. Like that's how. Every time I speak to him, he's always like, "Hi, yeah, how's it going?" Well, he's the only male who's allowed to call me darling. No one else can call me that because like I know it's his way of saying like, "Hi, how are you, honey?" or this sort of thing. So yeah, no, it's fine, no problem at all. No, I don't get offended or nothing like that sort of thing. It's just like, yeah, cool. He goes, "Hey, honey, how are you?" I was like, "I'm fine, sweetheart. How are you?" And he gets a little kick out of it as well. So he's like, "Yay!"
Yeah, no, that's one of my best pals is gay, and he's hilarious. It was fun to go into the town with him. We'd always be going around the shops with him, and he'd put on the gay accent and just be like fabulous. He would just do it to be daft. And it's it's just he was funny. It was funny.
But the whole thing is, what I find even more funny is when they do the over gay. That's more hilarious. The over camp, like, "Oh, fabulous, oh, marvelous, darling." What are you doing? That was a bit too well, wasn't it? Oh shit!
Oh yeah, no, it's always good. It's always fun.
Yeah, like that's the whole thing about life. You got to have fun, and like we can't be all like all the time. You got to have a bit of a laugh and actually like and take the piss out yourself sometimes because like. It's just one of those things that life's too short to worry about what people think. That's what I've grown to realise. So yeah,
that's it. Absolutely, it's just a case of just good to get on with it. Just have some fun, get on with it, and that's it.
Exactly. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking we can chat a wee bit offline, but it's getting 11 o'clock here, and I was already dead when I started, to be honest.
All right, buddy. No worries. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I might take this offline. We've got a few more comments. Just hello, famous people.
Yeah, right. I'm not famous
people. Eldorado tastes sweeter than Buckfast. Ask Harry. I sent him a bottle down. All right. Okay. Interesting. $9.95 for a bottle in Londis down here in England. Okay, that's not too bad.
What was that?
That was the Eldorado Buckfast.
Oh, I might have to try it. I've got a Londis like near me, sort of thing. So yeah, I might have to have a look into that. Thank you for that, Brett.
Yeah, no, it's good. But yeah, what we'll do is we'll take it offline just now, and I think it's probably about bedtime for me. I'll put these beers in the fridge, and then I need to go and sleep. I need to go sleep after that. But yeah, no, I just wanted to do a wee bit of a hangout and things, just because. Yeah, it's just I do a one every month and things like that. So it's all good. So yeah, no, it's a shame, Joe. It's a shame you couldn't join us and figure that out, but. We'll figure it. Joe, install StreamYard. Make yourself a StreamYard account and things, and set that up, and then you should be able to join us on the the streams. But absolutely. But yeah, no, let's wind it down there. So big thank you to everyone that's joined in, Hugh, Steve, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. We'll take it off there. So yeah, more Swedish reviews coming up, and you'll see those appear on the channel over the next little while. Slange just now, guys.
Yeah, guys.
Thank you again. Cheers. Bye. Bye.